So hello friends, welcome back to Windroid. So today we learn about a formula called Google Finance. Google Finance has got immense capabilities and capacities in stock markets. When we are making a personal finance sheet for us, we use it for currency exchange, we use for mutual fund evaluations. There are a lot of capacities or capabilities or utilities that we can use with this particular formula that is called Google Finance. So let me just go ahead and tell you more about the formula. Let's see how the syntax works. So just go here and click for Google Finance. So just click here. So these are the attributes or data points that we need. So the stock ticker, or we can mention this as Google, or the stock name, or we can even mention INR to convert from USD to INR. So you can mention USD INR, and you can put currency before that. There are a lot of ways that you can use that. We'll come to that. Attribute is that whether it's a price, volume, close price, and price, various attributes that is required, that we will change as and when required. The start date is, say for example, we are using an interval to understand the stock movement between a start date and end date. So you can mention the start date here, we can mention the end date here, all the number of days. And interval is that maybe we are creating a chart of the same data, so you can just put it as daily or weekly or monthly, like that, so that it actually gives you the data that is based upon the interval that is mentioned here. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this small application here. So we are just trying to convert dollar into rupee and just see what is the conversion value. So what I've done is that I have created a complete list of all the numbers or codes that is associated with the currency. So if you can see, USD is for US dollar, euro is for euro. So there are a lot of codes that is available here. It works only on codes, so if you just don't mention the codes right, then you will get an error. So how you will get this particular data? So you can see that I just scrapped it from a site. So I'll just tell you about that formula also. This is called import HTML. So there is a site called iban.com which can give you dynamic country wise codes. So these are the codes of the currency of a particular location. So I don't need to copy and paste this particular data into Google Sheets at any point of time, because if I change this data also, if it dynamically needs to be affected on my sheet, I can use the scraping methodology. So how I use the scraping methodology? The syntax is import HTML. So import HTML will give you the scrapping mechanism. So you just need to mention the URL, exact URL. So I have copied the exact URL from here, and from there you will check whether you have a table. So to capture data. So if it's a table, so this is a table. So table is nothing but it has got rows and columns in it. So you just mention this as a table in double quotes, and you just mention that which number of tables, which is the order in which tables are there. So if there is a table below this, so that will be the second table. So this is the first table. So if there is a table below this, then it should be the second table. So here I am capturing the first table. So I have mentioned 1. So just do this and you just get all the data here. So I have got the entire data of all the currency codes here. I am not copy pasting it from any software. I am just using the scrap method, and for that I use the formula called import HTML. So here I have done a validation. So what I have done is that I have to get validation and data validation and what I have done is that I have used this particular data of the input will come from the code here. So P10 to P12, P2 to P275, that will give me the code. Okay, so I am just done with this. So that give me the inference of which particular currency, from which currency to which currency I need to convert this particular currency conversion. So I built a formula here. So the syntax, as I mentioned, is very simple. So this is equal to Google Finance. What I'll do is that I need to create the stock ticker. That's the only thing that I need to do. So what's a stock ticker? It's basically connected to the currency. So I will build the formula like currency, and there's a double dots, and then I'll just connect USD and INR. So this is USD and this is INR. So what happens, I will just click on here and just close the brackets, and it comes to 83.30495. that is today's 1 USD converted to Indian rupees. So how I will create this particular text, dynamic text. So what I'll do is that I will use equal to formula. So this is the static part, till this is the static part. So this is the currency, and then I will add K8 and K9. So it's just USD INR. Okay, so why I does that, I can just change this to any particular currency by clicking the drop down box. Okay, so it's as simple as this. So we just use this particular join formula using ampersand, and this is the static part as mentioned, and this is the dynamic part. Okay, so cool. So if I want to convert this US dollar into some other currency, I'm just click here and click it to euro, and it is 1 USD is equal to 0.9 euro. Okay, so I can just toggle and use it as and when required. So this is some other currency, so I will just 1 US dollar is equal to 109 BDT, whatever it is. So this is how I use Google Finance formula to actually convert $1, one currency to another currency, to understand what is the value on that on today, on the day that we are using this particular sheet. Okay, so this is one thing. So now let me come to some more interesting parts. So let me come to Sparkline graphs. So for those who doesn't know Sparkline graph is a utility that is used in Google Sheets, wherein you can see the trend of a particular variable across a particular timeline or a period or something. So here what is showing is that what is the base currency and the compared currency. Here it is like Indian rupee to euro, and how is the trend in the last 365 days. So the trend is like it has been high and now it is very low. Okay, so this is the trend. So we can create this sheet by using Sparkline graphs. So you can see the trend all over here. So that is Indian rupee to GBP. The trend is like almost down only. So wherever you see it is like USD to Indian rupee to USD, it is all coming down only. So that is how you understand getting analysis of that. Even you can try it for 10 days. So it automatically changes to 10 days. So how what the trend is. So what is it like, trend or monthly trend or fortnightly trend, all understand by just click of this button. Okay, so what we'll do is that, so we will use this particular formula for creating the trend line here. So this is the Sparkline graph. So I will do that, just copy paste here and show you with an equal to sign. So what happens is that you just we'll come to Sparkline later. So first we will take the formula Google Finance, and now we will use this ticker as the currency. And currency, as you know, that we have to have a syntax wherein the currency has to be mentioned, and there is a double dots, and you have to mention the next two codes of the currency. So here A2 is basically this one. So this is the base currency, and A6 is euro. So I am just combining currency, double dots, and then INR EUR. That is how this particular formula will come, and that is the stock ticker. So now what is the attribute that I want to find? I want to find the price. So this is very simple. We have to put the price here, and what is the duration? So what is mentioned here, the next is start date and end date, or the number of days that you mention. So start date should be like we are using today as the formula, and we are just reducing 30 days. So you are actually finding the performance of this particular currency the last 30 days. So you mention B2 will be the here. If you mention 365, that will be 1 year, and here it is just reducing the number of days from today, and this will be the end date. So that is today. So we are just seeing the past 30 days, whatever you mentioned here, the performance the last 30 days or whatever you mentioned here. So we are closing this this bracket till the last, and we are introducing Sparkline here. Okay, so we are first creating the formula with the Google Finance and then using the formula of Sparkline, so that it just creates the trending formula here, right? So you take it for 365 days. So the trend comes here. Okay, so if you want to actually change it to some other USD to all these particular, you can do that. You can just toggle, you can change the number of days, you can change the currency, whatever it is. So it's all your usage. So I will just click USD again, right? So why it is showing USD to USD doesn't have any comparison at all. So I may change it to INR so that it will work. Okay, so this is how it works. So you can just drag the formula down also. So how I used is that I have used the formula here, like I just used F4, function F4 to lock this A2 so that this particular cell doesn't get dragged down and the cell changes. So here I lock this formula because this will remain static, and I won't do anything on this because this, when dragged, has to complete the formula. And B2 365 days, this I lock. I used F4. I just select this and do F4. So okay, that is F4. So that is a shortcut for locking the formula, or locking the cell rather. So so this particular formula is done. So I just have the facility to now drag it and complete this, because this is working because I locked A2. That will be the base currency, because that will remain fixed. Only the compared currency will change. So I have just left it like this, and I will lock the B2 also, so that this also doesn't change while dragging. Okay, so this is how it works on the trend. And one more thing I just wanted to show you is what is the particular value of a particular currency on a particular date. So here again we use the formula called Google Finance. So I don't need the index and all here. Okay, so yeah, okay, I need the index here because it's calculating from index. So how this formula works? So Google Finance again, I17 is nothing but the stock ticker here. So you know that, like Google Finance, we have this particular ticker here. So this ticker is USD INR. So this I have combined using ampersand sign. So I have combined currency, that is the static again, and then I combined the USD B16 and H16. So whatever is there on this cell or changes or whatever, this particular ticker dynamically changes. So if I just convert from D, whatever it is, to INR, so it changes. So it's because I have created a custom or a dynamic content cell here. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll just use Google Finance here again. I will use the ticker here, and the attribute is again price, and the start date, or here we are just mentioning the date here. So you can just mention here. Okay, so this is the date. Okay, so we are using the index here to refer the column 2 and 2. So this is the row and this is the column. So we have mentioned 2 just to refer to this particular I17, and that is the ticker. Okay, so you just use the index also, that refers to the rows and columns with the reference, and this is the reference, and we are using the 2 as the row and the column, right? So with this we can get the answer of what is the price of particular currency on a particular date. So here I can change to INR, okay, and then I go to dollar. Dollar is nothing but USD, right? So okay, so it's just written in the reverse. So how much is 1 INR when compared to a USD? Okay, so I'll just change it back to USD. Yeah, I should have the USD here, and I should have the INR here, and see, it's loading. It's 83. So on 29th of November 2023 it is 83.30, and just see what happens to the last year. Okay, it's 82. So there is a 1 rupee difference. So the rupee is coming weaker. So that's all about the particular currency formula, currency attribute that we use in Google Finance. So we talked about how to convert a particular currency to another one. So here I use the XLOOKUP. I just checking what is this taka all about. So I used XLOOKUP format. So XLOOKUP will actually give me what USD is all about. USD is all about dollar and BDT is taka. So if I want to change it to AOI, that will give it's a Kwanza. Okay, I don't know which country it comes to, because it just gives the XLOOKUP format wherein it just searches for L8, and that is what is mentioned here, and it just searches from this particular code that is mentioned here, and it gets the result from the currency part here. So XLOOKUP again will help us do that. So XLOOKUP is nothing but the search key, and search key is this mentioned here, and that is L8, and from that you say the lookup range, and that is here on this code, and the result range will be this, and that is the currency. So that is so we have learned a lot of things about this particular Google Finance. It's a very useful formula, so use it as and when required to actually get more understanding of how the movement of a particular currency is. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.